Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. Let me pause and say, Marvelous Kelly, shout out to you. Thank you for being here this morning. Darlene Walter Riley, thank you for being here this morning. Great goodies. And Laurel Newman and Arlene Kid 876 up. Thank you for being here this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work, coming in from work. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. Shout out to the entrepreneurs, the stay-at-home moms and pops, the retirees. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck drivers, long-distance truck drivers. Shout out to my brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Extra special big up shout out and enough respect to the people who have a clean heart and a clear conscience and wish good for others as much as you wish good for yourself. You are the ultimate. Enough respect to you. All right, a sip of tea and we're gonna get kicking this morning. It's Tuesday morning. Get up, rise up, get out and get something for yourself. Productivity and progress is what we're dealing with, don't it? All right, so this morning, no, I'm not going to right into this because I have some early appointments this morning, so I don't know how long this is going to last. And I was too tired yesterday to organize myself, so I fell down and slept. All right, I just wake up. Here we go. I have early appointments, so I don't know how long this is going to last. But let's start out with Andrew Holness. So a demand was put out that the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, should have taken his vaccine as soon as it got to the country, right? Health Minister Tufton, he did not take the vaccine either, so it looked kind of funny for a minute. How come you're telling the people, as many people need to get this vaccine, as many as possible, and the vaccine is here and you are itching like you don't want to take it? However, Dr. Tufton, health minister, he went ahead and took his. And then yesterday, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, finally took his dose, his first dose of the vaccine. Have you seen the video of him taking the vaccine? Because I have to talk about the video. I got to talk about the video and then we're going to talk about something else. Have you all seen the video of him taking the vaccine? Yes, no. Have you seen it? Maybe. No, no. All right. Let me. No, you haven't seen it. Darlene Walter Riley, thank you for answering. No, just Darlene hasn't seen it. So there's at least one person in here. Flexion, sunshine, unstoppable. Behave yourself, come on. It's too early. It's too early. All right. Maureen says yes, she's seen it. Domily says no. Ainsley, yes. Stacia, no. All right. So a fair amount of people in here have not seen it, and it seems like quite a few people have seen it as well. Majority seems to have seen it. Before I show you the video, and I don't know how good that video is going to come across with my lighting and all that because I'm showing you it from a phone, I want to read off first Jamaica's new curfew. And we're going to talk about the curfew and how it's affecting the people and how beneficial is it to the country's economy, especially to the people on what they call the bottom half. Jamaica don't like when you address them as bottom or use anything that have to do with bottom, but I saw them talk about we are the bottom half, okay? We are not in the top, we're not, majority of us are not even in the top 25 percentile, see? So forget the people in the first 5 top percentile. These are your wealthiest and your most influential. Then you come down a little bit more to those who are closely associated with them. We have some money as well. And then you go down to middle class. And then anyone with they're from middle class, lower middle class on down, we are what they call the bottom or the lower half. Okay, so how is this all affecting the lower half? We're going to talk about all that. I have a lot to say about that vaccine, may I call it that injection that Andrew supposedly took after such great demand for him to take it. If you watched the video before and you have the video accessible to you, watch the video closely again. That's all I'm going to say for now. See, in Kingston, Jamaica, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced a raft of new measures to curtail the spike in COVID-19 cases that's on the island of Jamaica. These include 3 weekends of lockdown starting next weekend. Number 1, from Tuesday, March 23rd, which is today, to Friday, March 26th, the nightly curfew hours will remain at 8 p.m. to 5 a.m., ending at 5 a.m. on Saturday, March 27th. Follow? Because somebody here is booking a ticket to go to Jamaica and don't understand what's happening. So this is also educational for you. So this simply means that by 8 o'clock come at evening time, find yourself in your yard. I was recently in Jamaica and I saw people scurrying and running and hurrying to get off the road by 8 o'clock. I was one of them because, you know, you're visiting the island, so you want to visit everybody. And I was doing some of that, driving around, sightseeing, visiting, and then boom, oh, it's getting late. We have to start, we have to find our way back quickly because you have to be off the road. And they are actually imposing it. When I see the video with the 100, well, that's a different story. They were keeping party late at night, and a 2 truck roll up in there, 2 lorry, we call them, training trucks. And those cattle trucks ended up taking over 100 people that were out breaking curfew, partying in the middle of the night. But we're going to talk about all that. On number 2, on Saturday, March 27th, the curfew begins at 12 noon. So for those of you who are saying, okay, 8 o'clock is reasonable, people go out them yard. Okay, starting the 27th, the curfew begins at 12 noon and ends at 5 a.m. the next morning. So at 12 noon, the whole of Jamaica is supposed to be silent because everybody's supposed to enter them yard. By 12 noon, you know, midday. This will end 5 a.m. on Monday, March 29th. There should be no movement on Sunday, March 28th. This is direct. There should be no movement on Sunday the 28th. Curfew starts the 27th, and you should be in your yard by midday. 12 o'clock a day. Jamaicans who can't even stay in them yard at night, you got 12 o'clock a day. You're going to ask the people that figure lock up themselves in them house starting at midday. All right. Number 3. On Friday, March 26th, workplaces will be required to close at noon, except for essential services like medical establishments, supermarkets, wholesale stores, pharmacies, restaurants, and other food establishments, which will remain open to the regular curfew time, which is 8 p.m. So everybody go lock up in your house starting midday, and there are some places that will be open until 8 p.m. Now, if you're locked up in your house by curfew rules at midday, what use is these places staying open until, be confused. What use is these places being open until 8 p.m. if by curfew orders, everybody's supposed to be off the road, locked up in your house from midday? Explain that to me, please. Or am I slow this morning? Let me read it again. On Friday, March 26th, workplaces will be required to close at noon, except for essential services like medical establishments, supermarkets, wholesale stores, pharmacies, restaurants, and other food establishments, which will remain open to the regular curfew time at 8 p.m. The closure gives workers, Here's the complete. The closure, meaning the workplace closed down at 12, I wish somebody boss tell them that day, so I need to stay an extra hour. I want to be there. I want to be that fly on that wall where you're gonna somebody's gonna some boss is going to say, watch out now, me, I'm gonna need you to stay an extra hour and if you finish up so and so. Call Andrew is what I would is what I would tell my boss at that. You can't fire me because it is by Andrew's orders. You understand? So, okay, the workplace closes at 12. Let's not put out any misinformation, SouFlo. The workplace closes at 12, and they're saying that the closure of the workplace will give the workers time to stock up for the 12 noon curfew, which starts on Saturday. So, so the whole of Jamaica have one day from 12 to 8 o'clock to stock up because curfew start the next day at 12. You know what I think? You know what I think? I think, and I have to be very careful how I'm speaking these days. I want y'all to understand that there's a lot of censoring going on, okay? I'm just going to say that. I won't say who was censored. I won't say what they were censored for. No fun, no have sense. So, you know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of censorship going on, so I have to be very careful what I'm saying before I start finding my materials being yanked or your materials being downgraded. Like you put them up and then you notice it says 50 thumbs up, but it says 0 views. These kind of things are happening. You see me? Watch me. I think this whole curfew thing and throwing the time off and switching time when you feel like it and all that, and from 12 to 8 and then from 8 to 5 and then today starts at 12 and then the next week it starts at 8, and I think all that is just to throw the people into further panic and confusion. I think that all that is just to throw the people into further panic and confusion. I think this is manufactured chaos. That's what that is. And you know what happens when there is chaos? It's just like when we first heard about this COVID stuff, and then before you know it, everything empty at the grocery store. And when you go to the grocery store, it's packed. That is what he's creating doing this. The grocery store is packed. So here we are, ram up and pack up in our place where we're supposed to be distancing 6 feet apart, right? But we have to be in there because we have to hurry up and get where we have to get. And you can't say, well, they gave you enough time, because consider how many people are going to be running to these one particular places at one time. You have to go wait your turn to get through. You have to wait your turn to get in. I just came back from Jamaica. This is how they do it. Everybody turn up out a door and they're letting people in. Security guard calling. It's not like the door is open and you can just go in, full up the place, grab what you want, and as fast as the cash register can ring you out, you can leave. That's not how it works. I just saw how it works. I was there. I went to the stores. I saw it. So multiply that now times everybody rushing. People are get off work from midday early. I come down and say, yo, me have to do my shopping. People are run from them house. Yo, me have to do my shopping. Me have to hurry up because I'm lock we in starting 12 o'clock tomorrow. So that means if curfew start 12 o'clock. So those people who work somewhere, clock in on somebody's job. Nina Sky, thank you. I appreciate you greatly. So if curfew starts 12 o'clock, see, these people who work, say, start 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning, when them clock in to work and curfew start 12 o'clock, they're going to clock out and not go to work for the rest of the day, go home early, or is the whole establishment going to close because there's no point in bringing in people to work when they're only going to be working for 3-4 hours at the max before them have to leave. And it can't be 4 hours. That would be them working all the way up to 12 o'clock. So they have to have time to go home. And some people live a distance from which part them work. I'm just looking at the whole thing like whoever thought this up, who worked for Andrew, Who is the one? Because you know this ain't just Andrew's doing. This is not Andrew Holness's own doing. He has a team, and the team is like a think tank. Them sit down, them bump heads together, and they come up with ideas and say, yes, put this in place because this is going to work. Who is it that is coming up with this? But it's going to look bad on him because he's the one that is the spearhead. He's standing out in front and he is issuing this as his orders on the podium. So I him we see. It don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense to me. Somebody said to me yesterday, I talked to a couple of people because I finally got back my phone. So now I have my business phone again. So for those who normally send me video clips and video ideas and yo SouFlo, look what just happened, and okay, I send them again because I can see them again. All right, I have a business phone again, and then I have my personal phone, so I'm back and rocking. But here what? I talked to a couple of people yesterday just trying to catch up, and one brother said, shout out to the brother, the maintenance brother I spoke to. He said his job, he's in Florida, he works for a big company. His job hasn't required them to take it yet, but they've given all their patients that work, that are there, the thing and everything. Another brother said, SouFlo, I'm glad say Uncle Sam place me in, you know, because me just get a $1,400 stimulus check, and he said that his rent. Now, me want you understand what I go on. He said that his rent is $800 and something or $800, something around there. So that's his rent for his little 1-bedroom apartment. See, and out of $1,400, you can do maths. So you subtract 8 from 1,400, rent pay for the month already. He got a couple $100 left. The man said, I'm spend about $300 a month on food. And that's to stock the place, overstock the place, and make sure everything is there. Him done pay rent for the whole month already, stock out his little apartment with him food already, and he still has an extra money left in his hand to put gas in his vehicle. That is from one stimulus check. So my question here is this. Is there any relief for the people of Jamaica? With all this lockdown, curfew, this is mash up small people businesses, you know. This is mashing up small people businesses. And I'm telling you what, when you corner people into a corner and force them to find a way to survive, because JPS is not cutting out the light bill, JPS not giving no furlough, JPS is not saying, here what, we're not charging enough for this month. See? So bills are still coming. Light bill, phone bill, water rate, gas, electricity, or light bill, electricity. You know what I mean? You know, gas for going in your vehicle, food to put in the house for the children, them, all these other things. Some people have even overspent already. Some people who never thought they would get internet in their area have had to get internet throughout this thing and start pay a new bill for internet because their children had to go to school, where children would normally travel to school, they have to have been homeschooled. Some people who never bought a computer had to buy a laptop. So digging in people's expenses are people who wasn't making a good amount of money in the first place anyways, which is a lot of people. And then this constant curfew with these weird hours. Is there any assistance out there for the citizens? Are they getting some kind of like a stipend? Say, hey, Canada is doing it. Canada is doing it big. England is doing it. The UK is doing it way bigger than the US. The US is also doing it. As much as it might look small, it's still something to ease you on through. The people of Jamaica now get no help. Me not hear nobody has said nothing. I think I've only heard one talk of about a $10,000 one-time payment. And I believe that $10,000 was for elderly people who want to take the vaccine. So basically it was like paying the elderly to get vaccinated. So it wasn't for, and 10 grand in Jamaica is nothing. When we say it's nothing, is nothing. I think I watched a politician grab a basket and tried to demonstrate to, in Parliament to Andrew Holness and the rest of his cronies how far $10,000 could go. and the basket was about that big. And the man full up the basket, him says, 2 pound of rice, yeah, that's how much. See, 1 loaf of bread, yeah, that's how much. See how much, yeah, that's how much. That is it, and the money done. And I was surprised to see Andrew them laughing and clapping the table. Yes, 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 yes. That's how he was behaving. That's how he was behaving. Somebody say a 70 US dollars that. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. But 70 US dollars, huh? Who can survive on that? You have a family of 4. Let's just say it's you, your wife, and the 2 picnic them. You have 2 little picnic cars. That's what I have in my house at the moment. See, my other children are bigger. Some live with their mom and, you know, a past marriage and them thing there. But 70 US dollars. My mom's a champion because I watch her feed us on less than that. But that's in the US. That's in the US where you can pick up cheap food that is not so healthy for you, but it will sustain you. But 70 US, 10,000. Who's that supposed to help? Who's that supposed to help? Laugh out loud. The week pays worse. It's $7,000 JA a week. You see what I say? Damal Francis. You know, sir, when I was in Jamaica, right? I was giving away money. So let me tell you what I do. When we were in Jamaica, me and wifey, we were giving away money. There was the lady who came and cleaned our cottage every morning, and we were up and gone every day because we don't go to Jamaica to sit down. You know, we have places to go, people to see, and things to do. So we were up and out early every morning. I'm telling you, when I came back, remember, I know I stay in a beautiful place, you know. But when I came, just keep watching the vlogs, you will see. But when I came back, every single day when we returned, it was new sheets, completely new sheets. Some of them places I flip your sheet and do all kind of stuff. Completely new sheets. The place clean. When I say the place clean, it's like I was impressed at the level of clean. Some say me have to, you know, honor them people here. And it's like one lady, I clean up one whole section of multiple cottages and buildings. And I said, I work here hard. I work here hard. So I don't remember how much we gave her. I think she got $10,000. We gave her $10,000, and $10,000 we gave her was just for to say thank you. We appreciate you. I actually gave it to her, and I said, my wife said to give you this because she brought her daughter to work with her that day. And when I was going in, we had forgot something, and I went back. So I never want the woman think me I running in at the apartment in the cottage on her and her daughter because I'm a grown man. I'm a big man too. So when I went in, I said, she's the first thing she said to me was, she was sitting down and she said, pardon me, we're just taking a minute to rest before we start cleaning up. I said, don't worry, don't take your time, take your time. I just left something in the room. So I ran in the room, got what it is I left, and on my way out, I think I had to go back twice. And on the second time, when I gave her the money, I said, my wife said to give you this. And thank you, we greatly appreciate you. Just to show them some appreciation. I went time to come back now, wifey, I said to me, say, you know, sir, 1 week pay is less than that. I said, no, can't be. How? She says, yes, babe, you just give her a whole week's salary just now. Another place, I'm not going to talk about who it was or whatever. We give a brother, I believe it was another 10,000 or 20,000. I don't remember. I just give him money. See, we give it until we don't have it no more, and then that's it. And then there's another lady, and I gave her 30,000 because I appreciate the work that they were doing. I'm see how them I work and how them I try. But you got to understand that in my mind, I can't fathom how that could be a weekly salary for somebody. A livable wage salary for somebody, especially somebody with a family and bills to pay. You know? So when we get them people the money, and my Jamaican people, man, we're so beautiful. We're so full of pride. Not one of them took the money and looked at it as to see is how much or nothing. You give them, you say, I appreciate what you do, whatever, then just take it and stuff it. Stuff it in them pocket, right? And they don't even look. And each time they did that, me and wifey was saying, yo, I hope so them not lost it before they go home, because I want them to be surprised when they go home. I want them to open up, because nobody don't just walk by you and just here's a week's salary just like that. You know what I'm saying? So although I wasn't giving out millions, I think I was making a little dent in a somebody's life. I was making a little impression in a somebody's life. You know, I was encouraging somebody. I was giving somebody some kind of spiritual upliftment by doing that. So we did that. And I'm flabbergasted to know. I just hope that when they open it, when they get home, blow 30 grand. And give me just so. Wow, because I didn't expect that, right? Them kind of thing there. But I'm concerned for the people, man. I'm concerned for the regular people, because me a regular Jamaican. I'm not no upper nothing, anything. So when I say regular people, I'm talking about me and my people, them. See? And I'm talking about the people who also, like a lot of us that stay overseas, we are those same people. You're either going to run from it or you're going to be there and be a part of it, but that's what you are. And when you land in Jamaica and you can afford to go to a little fancy place and live an illusion for a couple of days or a little 2 week or 1 week, it's just an illusion. Because if you were there to live there, you would be living which part the lower half them live. So we are talking about you. Yeah? Nina Sky, I love you. I appreciate you greatly. Nina Sky, laugh. Boy, it's rough out there. It is rough out there. See? It's rough out there. And we help whichever way we can, whether it's giving the little that we have or it's speaking and saying something and being a part of a national outcry. We can't be a part of the group that says, oh, man, I gotta stay quiet because no, you are affected. So you have to speak up and say something. Now, shout out to Jamaica for all the measures put in place with the COVID thing and they're meticulous, especially if you're traveling and you go through the airport spaces and the immigration spaces, you will see that they are meticulous. They're on top of their thing. I give them enough respect for that. And if Andrew Holness is a part of that, then him get him respect for that too. I see all that in place, but this constantly having the people, it's like frightening. George Christopher, I appreciate you greatly. Manners and respect. George Christopher says, manners and respect, bro. We appreciate the great work you do. Blessings. I thank you so much for that. It's constantly having the people feeling unstable. When is the next curfew? When is the next curfew? Curfew is also at 12 o'clock today? Oh, yo, why you not reaching yet? You know, so it start 12 today. Oh, but me think I did 8. Oh my God. Okay, so me have to hurry. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Somebody has to say something like, sir, Right Honorable Andrew Holness, sir, this not make no sense. This not make no sense. If anything is scaring the people more than anything is this. But I was out in the streets in Jamaica as well. And I did see a lot of people out there with no mask. I saw a lot of people with masks, and I will give those people credit. So if you don't want to take the vaccine, at least wear the rotten mask. You know what I'm saying? But you have to do something, because we can't sit around and say, oh, the whole thing is a hoax. All them people that were dead wasn't no hoax. So something is in the air that we are not getting the full gist of what it is. And if the mask is a preventative measure, and you are talking about, me not take no vaccine. Oh, them can dash for that. Me not take that. Well, at least wear the mask. Wear the doggone mask. I saw a lot of people out there not wearing the mask, and them just march up in at the store them with you in there, and them look on you funny because you have on the mask like, oh, yeah, I want to eat at them too. Yeah, man, give me $1 now. You have something to give or something or whatever. Them, you know, like they care zero. They care zero. On the other hand, I kind of wish, like, let me stay on topic for a second before I start talking about crime and 300 and something people murdered from January 1st to today. But here we are with this whole, we're going so hard at vaccine and going so hard at COVID that when 24 people dead, right? To date, is it 24? What are the numbers? So with the same urgency is what I would like to see this man go at crime, at violent crimes, with the same urgency. Put some different measures in place. Because right now, apparently, the people they're not afraid to kill. And they killing them up. Like when like when they lick business or wasness, they out and they killing. And it's not just bad man that get killed by bad man. So I want to see the same urgency towards that. Now, there are people that were offended because I said something. I simply said on the post where the Prime Minister was taking his vaccine, me left a comment where said, did y'all see what I saw? I'm going to talk about what we see. Did y'all see what I saw? Let me open it up and find the video. Somebody said, yeah, SouFLo, had to be you over here again. Some people are telling about left them good up Prime Minister alone and all these other things. When more gonna want from him? Okay. You see, my children, I value my children just as much as you value yours. Yeah, walk with me. I value my children just as much as you value yours. And when I look at other human beings that have children, I think they value their children as much as I value mine. Yes? All right. So, I suggested about a week ago that since you are pushing this thing to the people, then this idea, like, listen, let's go get it. Let's go get the job. We'll call it the job from now on. Since you go get the job. Okay, if you're pushing the people to go do that, I want you to do two things for me. I want you to, one, lead by example and get yours in front of everybody, because that's what other nation leaders are doing. And then I want you to, two, bring out your whole family, including any child that is of eligible age, to get this thing here. And make them get it too. Because, right now somebody is saying to their kids in Jamaica that are of eligible age, if you live under this roof here, you are get it. Andrew say good, him get it, you are get it too. I want to see you picking them get it too. The whole family should get it. If it is that safe that you are convincing everybody to get it, then you should let your family get it too. Go back and look at my last video, which is about a week or so ago, probably about 2 weeks ago now, where I said the whole family should get it. Because some people are saying, all right, SouFLo, so you put up videos that the man not get it yet and he must get it. Okay, here he is getting it now. I didn't just say him, I said his family. His wife was on hand yesterday to get hers as well. I haven't seen any video if she got it or not, but she was on hand to get it, and that is what the reporter said. The First Lady was on hand to get hers as well, right next to her husband. All right, me see him. Look, wait, look. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about that. We saw him sitting in the chair and the nurse prepping the needle and things. So them jump down my throat and them say, first of all, none of his children are of age to get it. And the recommended age is 16 and up. Well, see, Andrew's children are very sheltered. They're homeschooled, by the way. So they don't really mix and mingle with people like that. See? But that's his right to do so, because if I was in his position, I would also do so. But if you read an article that was printed June of 2020, June, So we had July, August, September, October, November, December of 2020, and then we have January, February, and March of 2021, right? So that's 9 months ago this article was printed. This article was published in the Gleaner, where he gave, and it's a beautiful read. Go look at it. It's a beautiful read. It was published June 2020 in the Gleaner. Just Google it, and the title of it is Children Are a Blessing. And it had Andrew Holness, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, talking about his family and his 2 boys and how they're growing up, and they've graduated from calling him daddy to just saying dad, or they're now being more mature and they're tech savvy and all this other stuff, and they're homeschooled and these kind of things. Adam is one, Matthew is the other one. I don't want to aim at anybody's children, because I have children of my own, and I don't want nobody aiming at my children, but this is a broader conversation. At this time when this article was printed, Adam was listed at 17 years old already. So he could very well be 18 right now, depending on when his birthday is, or he is in his 18th year because his birthday should be coming up. See? And the other one was 15 when this was printed. So he might very well, the other one, which is Matthew, 15 years old when this was printed in 2020. So Matthew also could already be 16 at this point. So at least one of them, I know for sure, is eligible to take that thing, the job. So if you're going to encourage other people to go job themselves and job them, picnic them, then job yours too. Of leadership, by example, simple. Job yours too. I don't want the mindset of, okay, here what? To wifey, here what, Juliet. Me and you, we're adults, we're going to take it. See, and we deal with the consequences after, because the position we hold in the country, this comes with it. Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and make a sacrifice. But no way in hell we're making the children them take it. You are encourage other people to make them picnic them take it. So I think you figure make yours take it too. It's the first family we're dealing with. Not true? So everybody for take it. Now, concerning what I saw with the vaccine or the job, boy, I'm not going to stop saying that word there. Concerning what I saw with the job, let me go over here, so, and find it. That job, they look shaky to me. That looks shaky to me. Something going. So watch it. I don't know if you're going to be seeing it good, but but please go and find it. I will tell you where to go find it if you can't find it, if you're not tech savvy and all these other things. So here's a far away look, and here's a close-up look. All right. Here we go. You're seeing my ring light. So Nursey is prepping, right? Well, listen up. Watch again. What? Me not gonna say it, but I want my audience to say what you saw. Oh, morning, babe. I want the audience to say what you saw. Now, all right, no gloves. Okay, that's fine. Don't wear no gloves. Maybe that's how they do their thing. Nothing wrong there, sir. I mean, something wrong, but me never see nobody give without gloves. But okay, I've seen many get in the shot with no gloves. All right, protocol. Let's left that. I have never seen somebody use, come on now, me need my nurse them who give them jobs and chats all the time for talk up. I have never seen somebody give an injection through a cotton or through a swab. Am I wrong or right? Isn't the swab or the cotton supposed to, or the gauze supposed to be used to, this is where you sanitize the area, right? You clean the area, and then now that the area is clean, your job that's up, right? Who jabbed through the cotton or through the gauze or whatever she was using in her hand? Nina Sky, Nina Sky said he didn't take it. No alcohol cleaning. Boy, me hear Bob Marley singing in my head right now. You can fool some people sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Now you see the light. Hear what I say? I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. If you want to take your job, go take your job. Okay? SouFLo is not telling anybody not to go take their job. Go take it, and please take it. What I'm saying is, not only am I waiting, but I have my own doubts and questions and whatever, but that's for me personally. If you take it and watch you and you're good and all these things, and then it's required and I must, then I will. I've been vaccinated many times before, or I've been given many shots over the years. And even when I wanted to reject, I couldn't. So them in me already. So I'm not a stranger to it. However, this thing I would just go on, that made no sense. And even if they were going to do a cover up, they should have done a better job at it. Or if that was the real thing, I think they should have been clearer at it. The whole purpose, watch what this I got. The whole purpose of taking it publicly is so the cameraman can do a steady close up and the people can watch that needle enter, squeeze out whatever is in there and exit, and then they can say yes. Of course, there are going to be people that are going to say, think me I eat a water and that. Whatever saline fluid in that is, whatever they pump in there, that's what, but it's not the thing. Him never take it still. But just to cover yourself, clear. Them could have at least show with the needle are going. So there would be no doubt. Let people talk what they want to talk. Right? After that, let people talk what they want to talk. But let me see the needle going at the arm at least. Yeah. Watch again. Because it's not a joke thing. Watch closely. Okay, that small vial, yes. Watch it. She put that down, jab through it, that. Isn't there supposed to be something in that, in the tube, right? They're supposed to, when she had the little vial and she put the needle in the vial and she's supposed to pull that whatever special ingredients that is from the vial, the little vial, into the needle cylinder, right? Okay, when you give back what's in that thing, Aren't you supposed to stick and then squeeze to get all of it out? And then pull out? Come on now, help me out, man. Me nurse them. Me confused. Because that was done so quick. There was not, slow it down and watch it for yourself. There was no squeeze to let out everything that's in there. It was like this. Done. Done. So some people wicked, right? They will sit here and say SouFLoTV is faking this. So one last time, we're going to play this again. I'll watch again. Let me cut all the sounds off just so you can just watch. So she's prepping. All right, they're going in. All right, she's in. She touched. All right, she do one swipe down. Here it is. That quick. Her thumb did not squeeze anything. Her thumb did not squeeze anything. She wasn't there long enough to even squeeze out anything. So that, listen now, when should I get somebody better? When should I get a better actor or actress? Because them should at least stay there long enough to act like they were squeezing it in and out and then say, all right, done. In a more realistic fashion. I know all of we are idiot. Okay? I know all of we are idiot. Some of we have a little bit of sense. Well, let's see. What did y'all see? You got medical personnel in here that give shots on a regular basis. Me not give no shots, but I work around them. And I've seen shots and I've gotten shots many times. And it's always the same thing. Them go up in a liquor vial and pull out what's in it into the needle cylinder. And then when them give it to you, not to mention the whole cleaning off of the area with the alcohol pad and all this. Me never see nobody joke through a gauze or through a pad. You have to have a clear sight of where you're going to stick. And I've never seen anybody go, done. Watch her thumb. It didn't move. She said, click, done. Oh, where did grab? Nikki Phillips says she didn't even check to make sure it wasn't no air bubbles. That if she did inject it in his arm, he would have got an air bubble and died of a heart attack. Foolish people think we're dumb. Like I said, me not say all the protocols I saw, none of them happened just now. All I saw was done. JJ says, didn't really too professional with Andrew twist and shuffling. The job wasn't changed. What that mean, JJ? Busha Blocks says that was way too quick. Josh Jr. says, I'm a medic, and she didn't give him anything. These are the people I'm looking to hear speak up in here. I want my RNs. Some of you CNAs, you're qualified to do, is it phlebotomy and all this other stuff, so you deal with that too. No wonder who alone if you come talk up in here. Those of you who work around them as well, talk up. Did that look normal to you? Did that look like it actually happened to you? Rising Phoenix says, I am in shock. Nina Sky says, my people has a reason to be confused. Yes, I'm confused right along with them. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm saying I am confused right along with them. What is the agenda? Because we are no fool and that didn't look right. King Matador says, or King Metaphor says, it was all planned out for the camera. See that? Esma Morgan says, no, it's fake. Gabby Scott says, yes, they should zoom in. They did zoom in, but look at what angle they chose to zoom in from. They didn't go around to where you can see the needle, they give you a side view. This side view right here looks like my hand just went into my neck, right? And I'm pulling my hand back out of my neck now, right? See? Oh, I'm going to use my cell phone and I'm going to insert it into my ear. Now I'm going to pull it back out of my ear. Come on, man. I know everybody I eat that. These, I have to laugh because the level at which they estimate the people's intelligence to be is embarrassingly low. Embarrassingly low. So really, you should think about this. They really look at majority of us like we don't have no sense. Lorna Moses says, research for yourself. Don't because what they are telling you. There are a lot of very negative info about this thing. Negative info out there, family. We're in a time now where, unfortunately, and fortunately for us, there's the internet, where you can receive everything in real time and you can get real information. Unfortunately, the internet is kind of like open for everybody. Every ignoramus, every wannabe intelligent, every know-it-all, and then every who don't know nothing, acting like they know something, has compiled information onto the internet. So when you go up on the internet, you have to have the sense to know how to go to like a peer-reviewed article, or you have to vet your sources. You can't just go up on the internet and take information and be like, see, it's right here. It says, is a big idiot from over so-and-so write that, and he knows nothing about what he just wrote. All him knows is him write it and put it up, and it's getting a lot of views, a lot of traction, and that's what people mostly care about, views and traction. See? So be careful out there on this internet. But at the same time, that's the good and the bad. We have the truth out there, but we also have a whole lot of misleading info. And some of the misleading info that make it more difficult is mixed with truth. So you start to believe that it's true. But that's how a good liar tells a lie. You mix in some truth with the rest of your lie, and everything seemed like it must be legit because I heard the part that was the truth, so everything else must be true. Demo says he was not joke, stab, jab. It's all for the camera. You do not in any circumstances place your hand next to where you are injecting a patient because you might inject yourself, right? Secondly, how are you able to see if you place cotton over the site? So me know, say I know me alone was thinking so. Now, I'm not saying he didn't get it. Listen, let me clear myself up. Here's my disclaimer. I'm not, because I know they're going to come. I'm not saying he did not get it. I am saying the purpose of taking it before the camera is to show us that you did get it. And what we saw on camera seems as if something all right. So if the purpose was to show us that you did get it, then you should have been more clearer at getting it. Too many questions surrounding that. Boy, my beautiful Jamaica man. You know, somebody says the more you know, the less you speak. I used to say that don't make no sense because the more you know is the more you have to speak about. I'm not talking about what you believe in or what you think. I'm talking about what you know. See, when you have irrefutable evidence or proof to what you know, then you know something. When you believe, you're not too sure. You just believe. When you have think something that is your own hypothesis and stuff you're making up in your mind could very well be true, more than likely it probably isn't. When you know, you know. And the more you start to know is the less you will start to speak. If that ain't the truth, I don't know what is. Because this is how it is set up now, that the more people know is the less they will speak. And the less you speak, they don't have to worry about you enlightening those who don't know. So people will continue to think and believe, oh, I think that's what it is. Oh, I believe that's what it is. And they will cut you off your communication with those who think and believe, because them know want them to start know as well. You read in between those lines, you see where that went? That's why something there. Nina Sky says, my dad is home scared. What's your dad scared of, Nina? He's scared of going outside and catching COVID? They're just So Gabby Scott says, believe got lie in the middle. So, to know is to be certain. Absolutely. Absolutely. Deborah KO4 says, pure sheep, they are Jamaica, they are JA. That's why they can be taken advantage of easily. I think the people of Jamaica have been taken advantage of so long that it's become normal to accept. You know what we do already? We just say, yo, I saw the thing go. Yeah, dog, I saw it still. Yeah, we can't do nothing about it. What we are going to do? And it's come to that. It's come to that. Even on the murder rate, you can look at it, right? When we're saying like, no, this person needs to be held accountable and this person now do them job and you were elected to do this and that. If you notice over the years, that cry diminished. And then it turned into a worship of their leaders instead of accountability. See? So it went from, hey, Minister of Health, just giving an example, or let's go for instance, Harsh Chan, who was Minister of Security. People would have been said, yeah, Minister of Security, what kind of security you are do for the nation when 300 and something people slapped away already for just between January 1st and March? Yes, sir. What in the middle of March? It was to March 17th. So that's roughly in 2.5 months, over 300 citizens dead, murdered, and you're Minister of Security. And this is something that we've been experiencing all throughout your tenure. So what is it that you are securing, Mr. Minister? Yeah, do your job. You're not doing your job. You know, it went from that kind of a message and outcry from the people to, Lord, I'm rich enough. Look at all them tailor-made suit, them man there. Then you hear the toss the girl them. Big woman, you know, toss the girl them. Andrew is out for a run. Out the front of him, pants are buff. Mr. Tough Tan, want to sit down on your tough John. And like the people gave up. The people gave up. 1 and 2 might make an outcry, but the people gave up. They are more accepting now than anything else. Guyanese dog, thank you. I appreciate you. I haven't seen you here in a while. I hope all is well. Guyanese dog said, I put on 2 masks now. Feel sorry for those in Miami. When you don't hear, you're gonna feel. All right, so for those of you who don't know, I was raised in Miami, Florida. It's my favorite city next to Houston, Texas. Miami, Florida is my favorite city, especially a certain time of year. Now, what just happened in Miami? Miami is about to go under curfew as well, right, Guyanese dog? Miami is about to go under curfew as well, because what happened was people converged upon Miami for what would be spring break normally. This is the time of the year where we look forward to big concerts like Best of the Best, and we get to see them in person. You know, we get to see Conscience on the stage, we get to see Spice on the stage, we get to see Junior Gang if we book that year there, we get to see all our favorite entertainers take the stage, Idonia, massacre everybody, and it's a vibe. It's a vibe. And you go down for the week and you rent out a hotel or a nice suite if you can afford one, or a motel. You find somewhere to stay. Saying who not have car, rent car, who have car already go rent a more expensive car because they want to flash out for the week. So as a Ferrari, I do it this week or whatever. It's just a celebrative, festive period. But this year, law enforcement is saying that the people came with the mindset to let loose. And these are out-of-towners. These aren't the people from there. So the people from there are offended. Like a lot of them are like, leave, man. And why did y'all open up and let these people in like this? The rules and the laws were lacking. They were lax in Miami. There wasn't no mandate on wearing a mask in public, so people could have walked around without them masks and all that. And that is what caused everybody who's from other states where there are so many restrictions, curfew, mandates, say, yo, I got my stimulus check, I'm heading down to Miami. They free down there. I could feel the sunshine, get on the beach, go to a couple parties, be out all night. It started turning into people are fling chair into people's glass storefronts, mash up the people in place, big fights out in the streets. People are get stabbed, gunshot, a bus, people are run, all kind of madness down there. So that's what's going on in Miami. I am outside of Miami, and I didn't go this year, and we didn't go last year either, because, you know, wifey have children back to back, and we didn't go the year before. So we've been out of the scene since the children came onto the scene. But I would not have went this year anyways, and I'm glad I didn't. Be a madness agwan. Be a madness agwan. And again, it's the same example I was telling you about Jamaica. You see, when them impose all these rules, and all the people them gonna do is find somewhere else to go. See, they're not gonna stop. They're just gonna find somewhere, and that's what they did in Miami. That's a perfect example right there. And now you have a whole bunch of people in one place, no mask, sweating, talking, flash them sweat upon each other, and rub up on each other, in each other's face, drunk, all this. No. Empress Jade Simeon Ellis says, I don't know why all these leaders think it's stupid to believe them taking vaccine live, probably water. I've still declined and leaving it to my immune system to do the job it's designed to do. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Here what? Manners and respect to each of you that tuned in this morning. We're at the top of the hour. It's a 1 hour show. It's 6 to 7 a.m. every Monday to Friday. And if you see me miss a day, it's because some real life issues take over. Understand that I have young children in my house and I have other business to tend to outside of this. But I make it my priority to come here because I enjoy the reasoning every single morning. I learn from you, you learn from me. We motivate each other and we start the day out right and all them things there. And I'm going to end it right now. Wait there. T95 South H says that's Memorial Day weekend, best of the best. I bet they will make sure they will have us on lock. Big old Caribbean crowd coming down. And I heard that best of the best is being kept this year. Is it? Best of the best usually is in May, right? So I heard there is going to be a best of the best this year. Let's see how that's going to work out. Because best of the best are thousands and thousands of people, you know. So I mean, think that everybody are gonna pile up in that bicentennial park there with mask on everybody's face. Food selling there, drinks selling there. I don't see people being disciplined enough to keep a mask on and drink like this. So it not gonna work. I mean, I see nobody where I gonna be eating and be like, so it's not gonna work. But let's see how that pan out. All right. Big up on yourself and thank you for being here. Manners and respect to each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day. All right, God go with you. If you don't believe in God, then that's your business. But God go with you. Manners and respect again. Love to each and every one of you, and have a wonderful day. Keep a smile on your face, man. Right now, things seem like pressure cooking everybody's brain, and at some point, people bust and break under pressure. You know what I'm saying? So give thanks for those of you who aren't feeling the pressure too much. Just know that other people are really, really feeling it right now, and don't subtract yourself from other people's thing that they're going through. Today for you, tomorrow for me. That is a reality. All right, big up and bless up. And we'll see you tomorrow morning right here on Morning Thoughts with SouFLoTV. Like, comment, share the video so other people know we're here, so we get a bigger audience in the morning time, which means more people for you to talk to and have discussions with and these kind of things. Hit that thumbs up button over on the channel so it shows that people are interested in the show and these kind of things. And I'll catch you again. One love. Peace.